Question 17. Cards are stacked to build a house of cards. A house of cards with 3 rows is shown. A house of cards requires 3 cards in the top row, 6 cards in the next row, and each successive row has 3 more cards than the previous row. Part A. Show that a house of cards with 12 rows has a total of 234 cards. The house of cards can be modelled as an arithmetic series. In the first row, we have 3 cards. In the second row, we have 6 cards. In the third row, we have 9 cards, and so on. So the sum of this series is 3 plus 6 plus 9, and so on. Now the common difference is 3, so 6 minus 3 is 3, 9 minus 6 is 3, and so on. And the first term is 3. So A equals 3, D equals 3, and n, which represents the number of rows, is equal to 12. And so the formula is S12, so that's the sum of the first 12 rows, is equal to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d, where a, n, and d are the values above. And substituting a equals 3, d equals 3, and n equals 12 into this formula, that equals 12 over 2 times 2 times 3 plus 12 minus 1 in brackets times 3, which equals 234 as required. Part B. Another house of cards has a total of 828 cards. How many rows are in this house of cards? The formula for the sum of n terms of an arithmetic series is Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1d, where n represents the number of terms in the arithmetic series, a represents the value of the first term, and d represents the common difference between successive terms. So to find the value of n, which represents the number of rows in the house of cards, that gives us a sum of 828, we need to solve for n the equation n over 2 times 6 plus 3 times n minus 1 equals 828. Expanding the brackets here and multiplying both sides of the equation by 2, we get n times 6 plus 3n minus 3 is equal to 1656. Combining like terms in the brackets here, we get n times 3 plus 3n is equal to 1656. Factorising out 3 and then dividing both sides of the equation by 3, we get n times n plus 1 is equal to 552. Subtracting 552 from both sides of the equation and expanding the brackets here, we get n squared plus n minus 552 equals 0, which is a monic quadratic equation. Now this factorises to n minus 23 in brackets times n plus 24 in brackets equals 0. So n is equal to negative 24 or 23, but n must be greater than 0 since n represents the number of rows. Therefore, the number of rows equals 23.